Hello, it's Bunny Co. I'm going to talk to you guys today about patterns and ones that work well for Lolita. I don't know if any of you have been out shopping this year, but this summer's style is natural waisted dresses and shirts. So I highly recommend you buy whatever you can. I found them at Walmart, and I've also found them at like Express in the mall. Along those lines, I'm going to show you this pattern. It's a Mcalls M6754. I just bought it May 2013. So it is a new summer pattern for this year. And this is almost exactly like the Express shirt that I bought and the dresses that they have. You can see it is cut at the natural waist and flares out. There is a sleeved and a non-sleeved version. The non-sleeved version would work well for a jumper skirt, but it is a very great pattern. Also, it works well with 50 style, as will most Lolita stuff. Along those lines, I found these patterns recently, same time. I have a Mcalls M6647. It's really cute. I want to say halter style, but it's not really a halter style. Apparently that's a circle cut back, not a heart cut back, but it's still really nice. And as you can tell by looking at it, you could definitely fit a petticoat under it. It would probably be very easy to extend the skirt longer if that's what you wanted. And you don't have to open the back, you don't have to have that, but that would be a really nice thing for a summer jumper skirt. In addition to that, I found this one, a Mcalls M6745. Again, this one is appropriate length for Lolita, and it also would definitely accommodate a petticoat. It is a pleated front as opposed to a gathered skirt right there. And it has a halter style and a V-neck top, as you can see on the side here. I like the halter style myself. I think it would work very well as a jumper skirt pattern. You could probably put puff sleeves on number C here and easily turn it into a one-piece. Also, this one, a simplicity pattern number 1873. I did not get this one as recently as the others, but it should be fairly available. Same deal, you'll probably want to lengthen the skirt to make it for Lolita. And it's got a full back and a scoop front neck. There is a jumper skirt style pattern, which is here. I would probably eliminate the tabs on the side because I don't like the way they look. Although there is a pattern here, A, without them, which has a longer skirt, I believe. And then there's, or rather B with the longer skirt, and A has some sleeves, which I can't tell from the image if they're puffed, but they look fairly puffed on here. So this would be a really nice one, and it also comes with a jacket of some sort that you can make. As for shirts go, sometimes it's hard to find Lolita shirts that are Loliable. For me, I've been having a hard time finding ones that button all the way to the top because I've been wearing Godana a lot lately and I like bow ties. And it's hard to find shirts that button all the way to the top so I can wear it with a bow tie. So I've got a couple patterns here. Now this one is one of my most favorite patterns for Lolita. I've used it a number of times. It's Butterick B4988. And as you can see here, the top is basically a one-piece or a jumper skirt. I've never actually made this as a shirt. As you can see, here is the jumper skirt top and this is the one-piece top. All I've done is instead of having that button front, I cut that front piece on the fold. And then where the bottom of the shirt attaches, I attach a gathered skirt like in my skirt tutorial. And then I put a zipper under the arm or down the back. And then you have a one-piece or a jumper skirt. And the sleeves are done almost like every other Lolita dress I've seen with elastic on top and on the bottom. I highly recommend getting this either to make your own Lolita shirts out of or to experiment in making a one-piece or a jumper skirt with. Outside of that, I found this pattern, Mcalls M5138. And I specifically picked this one up for a number of reasons. Because that buttons all the way to the top, and because it has this pattern here, which is at the natural waist where it cuts off. So that you can have something that'll fit in Lolita where you don't have to have it tucked in. You could attach a ruffle to the bottom of that, as opposed to some longer shirts like the one pictured on the woman, which you have to wear tucked in. And I know that if you wear a fully elastic skirt, it's nice to have a shirt that's untucked. I have not made anything with this pattern yet, but I am going to do so soon. I also bought a Simplicity Amazing Fit pattern 1941. It's not as low-leable, but it does have a pleated front shirt with a small puff sleeve. I bought it before I bought the other one. I probably will try it, but all these Amazing Fit patterns always look like they don't fit well on the models they put them on for some reason. So, and last pattern I have here is a Simplicity Archives pattern 2592. It's got aprons in it. And someone was asking me to make an apron tutorial or an overskirt tutorial, which is basically the same thing. And this has a lot of really nice shapes for that. And it has like the tiered for like an underskirt style. And all you really need to do is make this bottom piece of an apron and you have an overskirt. That's all an overskirt is basically a glorified apron. So, and these have some really nice, and you can see the back there, how nice that is. So these are just some patterns that I wanted to show you. Like I've said, I've used this one the most. I anticipate this one being very well for Lolita. And any of these are really great. I also, like I said, I highly recommend you go shop around, because the shirt I found at Walmart that was like this one, only it had puff sleeves. And it was all made of a lace material, so it was nice and sheer for summer. And if you live in Georgia like me, or if you live anywhere where it's warm, a nice sheer shirt would be great to get some air blowing through. And as Lolita has evolved, modesty isn't as important as it used to be, and the definition of erotic Lolita has changed a lot since what it was when I first started. So I feel that you could get away with a sheer lace skirt as long as you, or shirt, as long as you had a nice skirt to go with it, and maybe a knit bolero in case you get a little chilly. You could also wear it with a tank top underneath if you're not okay with showing your bra through the lace or anything like that. So these are some patterns I recommend that you go and take a look at, see if they're going to be good for you, and experiment. If I had to choose one, I would say get this one, because like I said, you can attach a box, like a gathered skirt, like in my tutorial, instead of putting a waistband on, or a full gathered skirt rather, where instead of like how we gathered for the front part of the skirt in that, you would just do that all the way around the skirt and pin it on, like pin the side seams where the side seams are, mark where the front is and pin that on the front and back, stitch it all the way on, but then you would either have to leave open or seam rip the side to put a zipper in. So even if you don't use this to make a one-piece or jumper skirt, it's a great shirt pattern and works very, very well with Lolita, and you can have the lace ruffle trim on top to wear over top of your skirts as well. So I hope this helps some people in their experimenting with making their own clothing as far as pattern recommendations. Also, what do you guys want me to make? I finally got my YouTube all fixed. I was having some issues with it, and it's now good, and I want to make something that people want to see. I'm not very experienced at making jumper skirts or one pieces simply because the tops never fit me right. I prefer to do separates. Someone asked for the apron or overskirt as a tutorial. It is very, very similar to the first skirt tutorial I made. If there's anything specific you want to see or have a question about, leave it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to either answer it in the comments, or if I feel enough people ask it, I'll do a video for you guys. So I hope this helps.